Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel where we lift heavy things and laugh about it. I'm not really sure what that means, but today we're going to learn about the Romanian deadlift and how to do that with proper form. So let's get into it. If you're around my age, you may remember the iconic movie Legally Blonde, where Elle Woods teaches her friend Paulette how to do the bend and snap.
It's called the bend and snap. Watch this. I think I dropped something on the floor that I need to pick up. So you bend and snap.
That movement is very similar to how an RDL would be performed. So I want you to remember that in the back of your head as we're going through this tutorial. All right, so you're gonna start with your feet about hip width apart, and you're gonna either deadlift the weight up or pull it out of a rack, whatever is easier for you. Right now I'm gonna deadlift the weight up, and this is going to be my starting position. So you're gonna start with the bar resting on your thighs, your hands a little bit outside of your legs. And then before you get into the movement, you wanna make sure that you're engaging your core and your lats before you lower the bar. So to do that, you wanna take a deep belly breath and fill your entire stomach with air. And then you're going to brace by acting like someone's gonna punch you in the stomach. So take a deep breath, fill up your entire stomach with air, and then act like someone's about to punch you right in the stomach. An easy cue to remember to help you engage your lats is pretend that you have a citrus fruit or a tennis ball or something underneath your armpits, and you're trying to keep it there. So you're gonna squeeze your armpits to keep that ball in place, and that'll help you engage your lats to make sure that you keep that bar nice and close through the entire movement. The RDL is all in the hips and not in the knees. It's a hip hinge movement. So you're going to hinge your hips back while keeping your knees over your ankles. You're not going to bring your knees forward. That's going to be more of a squat. And you're not going to bring your knees back with you. That's a different exercise. That's going to be a stiff-legged Romanian deadlift. So you want to keep your knees over your ankles, and you're just going to stick your butt back, not down, just back. So stick your butt towards the wall behind you. A couple of things that can help with this, because this is usually where people have the most problems with this exercise. So one cue is pretend that someone has a rope around your waist and they're pulling your waist back, right? And so you're bringing those hips back. Another cue is pretend that you are trying to close a door behind you with your butt. All right, one last cue I use with my clients when all else fails, and this usually works. So if you're having trouble with the hinge or having trouble getting that down, I'm gonna paint you a little picture, all right? So pretend it's the middle of the night and you just woke up and you have to pee or poop if you're a guy, and all the lights, you wanna keep all the lights off, right? You don't wanna turn the lights on and wake yourself up or anybody else in the house up. So it's going to be really dark in your house, which is going to make it a lot harder to find the toilet, right? So you go into the bathroom and you're searching for the toilet. I don't have a toilet here, so I'm gonna pretend my bench is a toilet. So if I'm searching for that toilet, I'm gonna stick my butt back and then walk back towards the toilet until I hit it, right? I'm not going to be like squatting looking for the toilet. I'm gonna hinge my butt back and then try to find it. Now you don't actually have to walk backwards during this movement or have your pants down. Neither one of those are necessary. But the rule applies, stick your butt back like you're trying to look for that toilet. Now that you have this hinge pattern down, you're going to hinge your hips back and lower the bar to your end range of motion. Now this is going to be different for everyone, but your end range of motion is when you can't bring your hips back any further. And it's usually where the bar is just below your knees to mid-shin, somewhere in between that area. If you go any further than this with the bar, it's going to be all lower back and it's pretty much unnecessary. Now notice the bar is lowering as my hips are hinging back. I am not reaching the bar down, it is just coming down as my hips are hinging back. As I reach my end range of motion, I'm going to reverse the movement and thrust my hips forward at the top, or as Elle would say, snap up.
Oh my God, the bend and snap works every time.
A couple tips and things to remember. First is to keep that bar close throughout the entire movement. This is very important. This will not only take the pressure off of your lower back, but also help you have better leverage to lift more weight. Think about how much heavier things are when they are further away from your body. Another is don't hyperextend at the top. You want to thrust your hips forward powerfully at the top and squeeze your glutes, but don't hyperextend or lean back at all. Stand tall at the top. Keep a relatively flat back. Make sure you're engaging your lats and your core the entire time and you have a nice neutral spine. Another tip is to pretend that your hands are hooks and your arms are chains, and you're not thinking about moving that bar with your arms at all. The bar is just moving as your hips move back and forth. So as you're lowering the bar, you're not reaching the bar down. And on the way up, you're not pulling that bar with your arms at all. The bar is just coming up with you as you thrust your hips forward. As you get stronger and the weight gets heavier, you may need to switch up your grip. Most likely your grip will become a limiting factor for this exercise as the weight gets really heavy. You can do a switch grip or you can use straps. All right, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And if you found this video helpful at all, please like and subscribe. Peace. Peace. All right, see you next time. And an easy cue that can help you engage your lats is pretend that you have a citrus fruit or a tennis ball or something like that underneath your armpits, and you're trying to squeeze your armpits, trying to keep that ball there. What the fuck's up with the birds?